Good morning to the baddest of my bad credit baddies. Let me show you a couple new cars I just got.
Let me be real with you. It's not my fault that you got scammed at that buy here, pay here lot. You made a bad deal.
So this is the reason why you don't buy cars from buy here, pay here's without doing research first.
So before this video starts, I want to say I'm not feeling too great, so if my voice sounds a little odd in this video, that's the reason why. But today we're going to be taking a look at buy here, pay here lots. I know that vehicles from normal dealerships have become unaffordable to most in today's world, but going to a buy here, pay here lot is a gamble that I don't think is worth it at all. You got incredibly high interest rates, very low quality vehicles, along with some pretty shady dealers that make this very unappealing to me. We have a ton of stuff to go over today, along with comments from you guys from previous videos, so if you want to be featured on a future video, leave in the comments down below. But let's start off with a video from one of these dealerships.
Good morning to the baddest of my bad credit baddies. Let me show you a couple new cars I just got. This is a 2014 Mazda 6. This is available for buy here, pay here, in-house financing, no credit check required. Look at the inside, so nice. Every time we have these, they always go super fast. This is a 2016 SRX. I think this one is probably going today, but you know, if it's still here, come get it. These two Altimas are here along with this Camaro. Both of these E350s are still available for buy here, pay here as well.
And it just keeps going on, showing more vehicles. However, oddly enough, she never talks about the prices of these vehicles. And that's not even the worst part when it comes to these lots. Most of the time, they are cheaper than what you'd see at a Toyota dealership, but it's the financing and the interest rate, along with purchasing a vehicle that's not in great shape.
Let me give you guys a little advice when you're buying a used car. Especially you guys who like to go to buy here, pay here, you know, no credit, no problem, no money down. You take the car, no questions asked. Yeah, right. Those people do not have your best interest as a customer in mind. They are just trying to sell a used car for a ridiculous amount of money. If you go to a buy here, pay here, or actually any dealership, realistically, if they're scumbags, they're going to be scumbags, right? What they do is they get a car, they clean it to the T, they make it look immaculate. They'll put that shiny Armor All on everything, the dashboard, the seats, the floor, the tires. They'll make it look great, right? Which I personally think Armor All looks like. But to each their own. They will make that car look spotless inside and out, including the engine bay. What you don't see is them clearing the check engine code. We just had a customer come in today. She just bought a car from a buy here, pay here, literally temp tag on the car, and she's got codes. Now, what these places will do is they'll sell you a car and they'll sell it as is, no warranty. You'll take a look at the car and you'll go, well, it's a nice car. It runs good, looks good. I'll take it.
And then you just get completely screwed. We even heard in the first clip the salesperson talking about how nice the interior was. Pretty easy to clean that up in 5 or 10 minutes, but you sweep all the other issues that are wrong with the car under the rug. And we can move right over to the next clip with the same creator, the mechanic, showing you an example of a buy here, pay here car that is completely rusted out.
So this is the reason why you don't buy cars from buy here, pay here's without doing research first. This vehicle was bought, what is this, 2000 what, Bryce? 2004 Chevy S10 pickup.
LS.
And they bought it for how much?
$6,000.
$6,000 a year ago from a buy here, pay here. They've been having problems with it. And as you can see, the amount of rust on this vehicle. This is why if you're buying from a buy here, pay here, at least take it to your mechanic first and have them evaluate it. Because say this customer would have brought it here and we would have looked at it, we would have told them absolutely not. Do not buy this vehicle.
Didn't we do that with Melanie son?
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Still bought it.
See, now look, they replaced the shackles back here, but like look at all the rust on this. Like it's insane. Like the amount of rust, like they're going to lose this soon. They're going to lose this one. This is already rotted out. Look at it. Look, you can see there's the bed liner right there. The bed is rotted completely through. This cross member's rotted. This is rotted up here.
And now, unfortunately, you're just stuck with the vehicle. Hopefully this customer paid in cash, so they still wouldn't be paying monthly for this vehicle because they've only had it for a year, but the rust is only going to get worse. We got a pretty crazy comment from you guys right here. My friend's brother owns a buy here, pay here lot. He's talked about how he's had cars repossessed 4, 5, and 6 times and just continues to resell them, but takes advantage of people. His only question is how much you could afford per month, and then he figures it out sometimes as 10, 12, or 14-year loan payments on a 15-year-old car. I hope this comment isn't true, it's just some form of rage bait, but as we're going to see throughout this video, there are a ton of people getting bad deals left and right. We have one up on screen right now, buying a 2008 Prius with 170,000 miles from a buy here, pay here lot, and then still paying $388 a month for 3 years. And even if she didn't put a dime down for her down payment, she would spend about $14,000 on this car. I know it's a Prius, so it's pretty reliable and the gas mileage is solid, but you can't tell me a 2008 in 2026 is worth $14,000 when it's also pushing 200,000 miles.
Imagine you're hard up for cash and you don't have good credit and you need a car, so you go to this place, Drive Time. You spot this 2023 Nissan Sentra SV for $22,395 with almost 26,000 miles on it. They convince you that this is the car you should buy. You don't have a down payment, so you're financing the entire amount of the car. Do you know what you'll wind up paying for that? That comes out to $574.49 a month, plus full coverage insurance, which is going to be another $100 to $200 a month, maybe even more, depending on your driving record. And this is for 72 months. That's 6 years. And at the end of that term, you will have spent $41,363.28 on a used Sentra that came out 2 years ago. So by the time your loan is done, this car will be 8 years old. That's pushing a decade. But here's the real kicker. $22,395 and $41,000, that's a lot of money for a car that costs, let me check, looks like, yeah, $22,265. And that includes the $1,095 destination fee. Brand new, with 0 miles. This used Sentra not only will cost you 40 grand, the list price is higher than a newer model.
Let alone what the car would actually be worth at the end of the term length, because Nissans do not hold their value well at all. And we got another comment here. There are like 100 payday loan places around every military base. And we've talked about this here and there with different topics on this channel. Whether it's buy here, pay here lots or normal dealerships, they love military guys because it seems like a lot of them get it into their head that they want something like a Mustang, a Camaro, a WRX, and they do virtually anything to have it. So that turns into them signing on the dotted line for an absolutely terrible deal, really high interest, on a vehicle that's just not worth it in the end.
Is buy here, pay here dealerships a good idea for bad credit customers?
So most buy here, pay here dealerships sell cheaper vehicles that has high mileage. So yes, they'll get you approved with a small down payment. You might end up paying a very high monthly payment because they're gonna split it up maybe to weekly, like $250 a week, and you're gonna end up buying a car with very high mileage, unreliable, and doesn't even report to your credit to help you build credit. So when you buy a car from a buy here, pay here dealership, that's your only choice. Get the vehicle checked out by a mechanic, for sure, and look at the contract very well. Make sure you're not being overcharged, because sometimes they will overcharge you.
I'd probably say in most cases they're overcharging you. And like we saw earlier with the mechanic clip, if you get it checked out with them, they'll just say you should not buy the car. But I've also seen the buy here, pay here dealerships not allow you to do that because you'll find out how bad a shape the vehicles actually are. And we got another comment here. You know you're being taken advantage of when the price of the car isn't even visible, but the weekly or monthly payment for a given down payment is visible. And this is just becoming more and more common all over the country.
Sam Black,
Yeah, from More Perfect Union.
why are you here with a camera crew?
Let me explain how I ended up outside this car dealership in Rochester, New York. Hey, change of plan. They called the police, so I'm going to keep driving.
Okay.
A couple months ago, I started investigating why it's become so hard to afford a car. Auto loans are the fastest growing type of consumer debt, and the number of Americans behind on car payments is breaking records. The story in the media is that these costs are driven by broad economic factors. While there's some truth to that, I also found something else. An entire industry ripping people off with shady loans and making billions.
It can be extraordinarily profitable to set borrowers up to fail.
They have a great business model. I mean, every penny is drained from your pockets.
They was calling my grandmother from 10 different numbers, calling me from 10 different numbers.
With millions of Americans one missed payment away from a repossession, I wanted to know, How did it become such good business to write bad loans?
So if you watch my channel, you've probably seen More Perfect Union. They have an entire video going over these predatory car loans. I definitely check it out, but it's obviously incredibly profitable taking advantage of people, especially in the US, because you basically need some sort of transportation. And funny enough, as soon as you start looking into it, they decide to call the police on you. We got another comment here. I didn't know that these were so predatory. I bought a car from my friend at a place like this. She shopped around, found a few cars that she liked, got one of them inspected, and paid cash. And I wondered why the guy was so surprised and a little grumpy about getting cash, because that's not how they're going to make their money. They're going to make it all through financing and possibly repossession down the road and just churning and burning the same vehicles on the lot over and over again. But this is the type of advertising these dealers put all over social media.
You got 3 repo? Man, I ain't worried about that. We don't even check credit. The biggest score is 435, so you think you got bad credit? We ain't worried about that. I told you we don't even check credit. You worried about the interest rate? Man, our interest rate is 4.5%. Come see Rick and T at Homeless Motors. I got you.
Something tells me he's not being truthful with the 4.5% interest rate. You don't even get that sometimes on brand new vehicles. But they cast a wide net. You know, if you've had any repos, you got bad credit, you got no money down, no proof of a job, that's completely fine. Come down to the dealership and you'll get approved. And this will be the types of vehicles you're getting.
So since we're looking at buy here, pay here car lots, somebody told me to check out All Rich Autos in Atlanta, Georgia. Now for reviews, they got a 4.6 out of 5 stars, and that's with 353 reviews, and that is pretty good. Let's see what vehicles they offer. The first vehicle we have is a 2016 Chevrolet Malibu LT. They want $16,000, and this thing got 159,000 bodies on it. Woo! Moving on. Now, this is not a bad buy because it's a Lexus, a 2012 Lexus LS 460. Very nice car. But it got 198,000 bodies on it. I know that's not nothing for a Lexus. They only want $13,500. So this one is low enough to be like, I'm going to do it. Moving on. This is also not a bad buy. 2017 Honda Pilot, 200,000 bodies, 16,000. That's a lot for 200. I know it's a Honda, it's going to last, but God. And last but not least, we got a 2009 Infiniti M35. I used to want one of these, but not one with 193,000 bodies on it. And somebody bought it. It is what it is.
And I mean, I get it. The Lexus and the Honda are solid, but they're still pushing 200,000 miles. And they both still cost you around $15,000 each. And I mean, the Chevy Malibu along with the Infiniti were very bad deals. With that type of mileage, they're bound to break down any day. And going over to the comments, 200,000 miles on a 2017 is insane. I mean, it's not that far out of the realm of possibilities. It's about 22,000 miles a year, but still, it has definitely seen better days.
Let me also say this. The worst place you can buy a car is buy here, pay here. I'm going to just say it because nobody wants to say it. They're going to oversell you a car because they don't use regular banks, because a regular bank will not finance that car. They overcharge you for the car. They charge you bi-weekly, and there's nothing you can do about it because your credit is so bad and you can't get approved anywhere else. It's the worst thing you could do. I would recommend for you to build up your credit, take care of what you need to take care of on your credit so you can actually buy a car from A or B dealership. Not buy here, pay here. You will get cooked.
And crazy enough, I found some clips like what we're about to see next of these salesmen blaming you for not knowing that you were basically going to get ripped off by buy here, pay here lots. Now I get it, some people just might not have the knowledge, or they're not too interested in cars in general. They just want something that'll get them from point A to point B, and hopefully these types of videos will help you out, give you a little bit of knowledge of what you should be looking out for.
Let me be real with you. It's not my fault that you got scammed at that buy here, pay here lot. You made a bad deal, not me. You walked in thinking it was easy money, thought you were getting a deal, and now you're stuck paying triple for a car that barely runs. And guess what? That's on you. I don't hide cars, I don't push loans you can't afford, and I sure as hell don't mislead anybody. I sell real deals, transparent, upfront, no gimmicks. So before you come blaming me for your nightmare, remember, smart buyers do their homework. You made a dumb mistake? It's not my problem.
And just going right over to the comments, a few videos ago, you said you shouldn't do your homework. It's odd, as soon as you get screwed, it turns into, oh, that's not my fault, you should have done your research. It's really amazing how shady people could be. But now we'll get into a lot more of these salesmen all across TikTok, just posting video after video like this, bringing even more customers in.
What's going on, folks? It's your boy Steve-O got me rolling. Today I got my man Drew here, approved on this 2018 Mercedes E400. First time buyer. Guys, as you know, all you need is your ID, piece of mail in your name. Go ahead and shoot me a DM at Steve-O got me rolling. We'll get you rolling off today.
And there are a ton of videos with this exact formula. They are a first-time buyer, so they're basically just a kid. Only have to put $500 down and you get to drive around in a Mercedes-Benz, make it look like you're super rich. We're not going to talk about the monthly payment, the interest rate, or the term length though. Just think about having that Mercedes badge on the front and back of the car. Another one up on screen, first-time buyer approved. Another $500 down on a 2019 Mercedes. It's the same story over and over again. We go over to the comments. Repo Man has it air tagged. His kid is going to inherit those interest payments, 25% APR, $1,100 a month with 100,000 miles on the car. Repo Man already warming up his rig. And we got another one, approved 2022 Chrysler 300, only $1,000 down, $586 a month. And going over to the comment section, $586 a month, probably 84 months, and you do the calculation. And if this is the situation she's in, she'd be paying almost $50,000 for this Chrysler at the end of the day. And another comment, you got to be putting trackers in these. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But another thing that I see constantly when it comes to cars on social media in general are all of these scam accounts just lying to you. 2021 RAV4 Hybrid XLE Premium. Full price is only $7,000. Down payment $200 and your monthly payment would be $300. Even if this had 200,000 miles on it, it would still be worth more than $7 grand. And there are a ton of accounts like this. It's literally called cheap cars for sale under $2,000. Even though if you take a look at every one of the posts, they're over $2,000. But what this most likely is just a scam. You see a deal that's too good to be true. You contact them saying that you want to buy it. They'll probably ask for the down payment up front, even if it is just a couple $100. You send it to them and just get ghosted. It's just another way to prey on people who are desperate for a vehicle. And up next, we got a clip that we've seen on this channel before, but is a prime example of the consequences of you buying a car from one of these lots.
All right, guys, so hear me out. I got a customer that just came in on this 2010 Volvo. Has about 97,000 miles. Been having issues with it. The worst part about it, this gentleman owes, and it is really rough inside. You guys can see this. It smells really bad. This man owes $14,000 on this car. It has 95,932 miles on it. There's a total loss report on the Carfax. I mean, this is as bad as it gets. Yeah, so total loss, click that. Total loss report in 2023. I feel bad for this guy, man. This car is worth absolutely nothing to him.
And in the description, he said that the customer did buy it from a buy here, pay here lot. Going over to the comments, $14,000 left. What is he paying? $42 a month? And the creator responds he was paying $460 a month, almost $500 for this thing that has almost no value. But it doesn't matter to these dealerships. They post these types of videos all the time.
Tell me which buy here, pay here, or no credit check in-house financing dealer will do this for you. 2,000 down, you're riding. 1,000 down, you're riding. 3,000 down, you're riding. 2,000 down, you're riding. 2,000 down, you're riding.
Okay, so we're cutting it off there. He just keeps going on and on, but I don't really have to say much. We'll just move on over to the next clip.
We got another repo that just came in, man. It's sad, it happens all the time, it's part of the business. But no, me personally, as an independent dealer, I don't really like repossessions, and I'm here to tell you why. Remember, since we do buy here, pay here in-house financing, we make our money as you make your payments. If you default on your loan within the first 3 months, we didn't make that much money. With your down payment, we invested in the tax, we invested in paying the guy's commission, we invested in getting your tag. So within the first 3 months, 3 to 6 months, it's an investment for us to be able to go ahead and put this car under your name and finance you and all that good stuff.
Yeah, all that good stuff, like a 30% interest rate. Even if they get just a couple payments from you and repo the car, they'll still be able to make money and then resell to someone else. Another thing, I don't know if you caught real quick in the clip, he's wearing a Van Cleef bracelet while he's recording this clip. And with all the videos I've gone over talking about influencers and luxury items, I know that that bracelet is worth thousands of dollars. So to me, it seems like they're making some sort of money over there. And we got another comment here. Always remember, any car that's been repossessed from someone who couldn't afford the payments also couldn't afford proper maintenance. You take your chances at buy here, pay here, where most of the stock are repos. So each time they repo a vehicle, like they said in the last clip, happens all the time in the business, the car ends up getting worse and worse. It's just something that I would want to avoid at all costs.
Let's talk about the cons of financing a car from a buy here, pay here. These buy here, pay here's control all the terms. So 9 times out of 10, they're gonna set that interest rate at 20, 25%, and that's it. This is gonna result in you paying for the car like twice. That's how high your rate's gonna be. But to be honest, that could happen at a regular dealership too. Second thing is that they really don't have the best selection. At most buy here, pay here lots, they have older, high mileage cars, and there's just not much to really choose from. For example, the buy here, pay here that I went to yesterday, I think they had like 12 cars on the lot. Now, another big one is that they don't always report your payments. So let's say you plan on getting a buy here, pay here card to rebuild your credit. You might not actually get any credit for those payments that you made that were on time. Another one that goes over people's heads is that they track their cars. You can pretty much guarantee if you purchased a car from a buy here, pay here, there's a tracker somewhere in the car and you have no idea where it is. So with that being said, let's say you miss a payment, they're gonna go pick up their car. It's not gonna be a repo or anything like that. They're just gonna go pick up your car or shut it off.
So they'd be able to find out and follow you wherever you go. And we got another comment here regarding the trackers. If you own a vehicle and hold a title, remove whatever you want. If you're still making payments and don't hold a title or are under lien, read your contract. And that's a very good transition over to the next clip with somebody advertising their services.
A buddy called me today on a Tuesday, crying, saying he was late on the car payment. He couldn't make it until Friday, when he got paid. And I guess the buy here, pay here company threatened to repo his car after making 28 on-time payments straight. And he just had a baby, so I made this video for people on an emergency and educational purpose that needs assistance. Rather you think you have a stalker, rather a dealership is being real nasty with you, and now you feeling safe.
Okay, I'm cutting it off there. You know exactly what this is. And it doesn't seem legal to me. The guy was still making payments and decided to remove the tracker. But one of the comments here, the buy here, pay here companies put more than one tracker on, which sucks. So you might think you removed it and now you're in the clear, but they could still find your car regardless.
Buy here, pay here dealerships. If you have to ask the question whether or not you want to buy a car from a buy here, pay here dealership, then you need to ask, are you the type of person who buys stuff at Rent-A-Center? Do you have extraordinary credit card debt? These people will sell. It's a lie. They're not selling you a car. You're at best renting a car. A long-term rental. Some buy here, pay here places have, they may let you buy it after a while, but typically, let me be blunt, buy here, pay here places are exploitative business practices for the poor, right? A buy here, pay here dealership is made to exploit people who have poor financial literacy, and that's just the beginning and end of it. Everybody needs a car, and these people will loan shark you to death.
So I feel like this is pretty common knowledge in today's world, but if you didn't know how bad this could get, hopefully this video helped. But that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. YouTube thinks you'll like this video popping up on screen right now, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and I'll talk to you guys later.